Welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm Kathleen Walter. With us now on the phone is political strategist and the host of the Dick Morris Show on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT in Philadelphia, Dick Morris. And Dick, welcome back.
Hi, it's good to be here, Kathleen.
Well, today, as you know, marks the first day of the first government shutdown in 17 years after Democrats rejected the House bill to fund the government and delay Obamacare by a year. Now, this morning, the Senate rejected the House's request for a conference. What do you make of all of this?
Well, I think the Senate and the President are determined to embarrass the House Republicans and have them just fold because they're not willing to make any changes in Obamacare. But I do believe that the Republicans are missing a bet here. What they should do is they should explain to the public that they want the insurance exchanges to be open today and ongoing. Anyone that wants insurance can come and apply for it and buy it. The only thing that they want to delay on is the requirement that makes them do it, that forces them to do it. And I don't think that point has been made clear to the public. It wasn't clear to me. And I had to, and I follow it pretty closely, and I had to make about 10 phone calls before I could get determined that that is in fact the case. When the Republicans say they want to delay the individual mandate, they're lapsing into legislative speak. And they need to make clear that it is only the requirement that people buy health insurance that they're delaying, not offering health insurance voluntarily to anyone that wants it. And I think the reason the administration is not willing to adjust its position on that is that it's worried that nobody will show up. I mean, it's the best way you could possibly test how many of the uninsured people want insurance by making it voluntary for a year and seeing if anybody comes.
And Dick, Republicans say they want to negotiate with Democrats, but that the Democrats and the president are unwilling. Now, you advised President Clinton, who was in office during the last government shutdown. Republicans say he's been MIA on budget negotiations. Can you compare and contrast these two presidents and their handling of their respective budget crises?
Yeah, Clinton was all over it. He was on the phone every day to many, many members of Congress. He was constantly meeting with Gingrich and Dole, the legislative leaders for the Republican Party, and I think they met almost every day. Whereas here, Obama, he seems like he's a fan, not a spectator, just disinterested, but not a player either or a coach. He's somebody that's sitting in the grandstand rooting for his team.
Now, in your view, was the continuing resolution to fund the government the right tool for Republicans to stop Obamacare? And is the debt ceiling the right tool to extract spending cuts? Or could this end up hurting the GOP long term?
Answers to your question, no, it was not the right vehicle. They should have used the debt limit. They can use the debt limit both for spending cuts and to delay Obamacare if they don't blow their credibility on this one. And I think it could end up hurting the Republicans because it could lead people just to say, oh, there they go again, and stop them from making a real stand on the debt limit to ratchet back Obamacare. They could have won a fight over the debt limit because people are opposed to debt and they understand the concept of cut back your spending if you want a greater line on your credit card. But I think that the idea of shutting down the government in order to extract concessions that we would normally get in the course of legislation, I think is alien to them.
Mm-hmm. Do you see this impacting the GOP in 2014 or even 2016?
Yeah, I think it will. I think that if this lasts much longer, it's going to really hurt the Republican Party very badly in 2014. I think they look unreasonable, stubborn, recalcitrant, and like nothing so much more than sort of Confederate government officials in 1865.
Yeah, Democrats have worked hard to frame Republicans as the party to blame for this.
Well, ever since the Clinton impeachment, Republicans have had a bad name for being obsessive and just stuck on stuff and not willing to move on, unwilling to see the broader picture, and never willing to accept things that have already been decided. And I think that Obama is using that reputation to hurt them, and as is Reid, and I think they're doing it very effectively. And I think the Republicans are tremendously vulnerable for bringing about this shutdown. And I think they realize it. That's why they started saying they wanted to abolish Obamacare. Then they said they wanted to defund it for a year. Then they said they only wanted to defund the individual mandate for a year. And now God knows what they're prepared to do. I think that they started to fold this hand as soon as they started to play it. And it shows that they realize it's a very weak hand.
Do you think that in the end that Republicans can be successful in stopping Obamacare, or is this a lost cause?
I think they could have been before yesterday. I think the debt limit could have been a very effective tool for that. But I think they're blowing it as we speak.
Dick, last question for you. How long do you think that this shutdown will last for?
Each day that it lasts, the Republicans dig themselves deeper into a hole. So I hope it gets resolved today or tomorrow.
All right, Dick Morris, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.